Hey y'all, good morning. This is Jeff again with some horseback wisdom. On my way to the feed store actually. And I wanted to answer a question that quite a few people have actually asked me lately. It's really interesting. I guess because of my background as a former emperor of Zanzibar. No, I was never the emperor of Zanzibar. Actually, my background in working with three-letter agencies and the United States military. Anyway, so I've been asked by several people, what are the chances of nuclear war? And here, my answer is pretty slim, and here's why. But before I answer that question, nuclear war shouldn't be our primary concern. Jesus should always be your primary concern, but actually a conventional war should be something that people are far more worried about than a nuclear war. Is that a cat or a possum? What's a cat? Yeah. So anyway, why do I say that? Well, the nuclear power countries, which are China, Russia, America. Now, lots of other people have nukes, Israel, Britain, France, but the countries which possess massive stockpiles of nuclear weapons know that anyone that uses them immediately escalates any conflict to a completely undesirable level. Now, my country, the United States, is the only country in the world that's ever used nuclear weapons in warfare. We blew up Japan. So everybody knows that we have the will and the capability to use them. So people are not going to provoke us to the point where they think we're going to do that again. So that really is a deterrent. There's a doctrine called mutually assured destruction, which I think would prevent the use of nuclear weapons. So that's my view on that. But why should that not be our primary concern? Because we already have a ground war in Europe. We've had some other conflicts in Europe, like Algeria. Not Algeria. Algeria is not in Europe. Like Azerbaijan and some other places where there's some other skirmishes. But there's a real danger of Poland, some of the other Baltic states being drawn into a ground war. And that would be far more devastating because of the refugee crisis that would incur and the potential for a escalated regional conflict. So don't worry about nuclear war. That doesn't mean we shouldn't pray and ask God to please put a lid on that stuff. I think there will be a nuclear war one day, but I think it'll be after the church has been raptured. And for those of you that are not pre-tribulational rapture people, it's okay. I'll tell you I told you so when we get to heaven. So don't worry about nuclear war. The media would love to see that because they think they would be exempt, and they would just get to report on it and make money. So do the oligarchs, the Bill Gates, the Warren Buffetts of the world. They would love to see that because it would allow them to buy everything else and enslave the whole world. And but that's not going to happen either. So be in prayer about the conflict in Europe. Pray for the Ukrainian people. Pray for the Russian people. Pray for the American people, because boy, our country is just, it's like we're trying to see if we can beat everybody in history in wickedness. And so, but be blessed, and don't fear nuclear war. Love you. Bye.